In Parshat Toledot, we're introduced to the third of the three patriarchs, Jacob. And Jacob is described as Ish Tam Yoshev Ohalim, a simple man who dwelled in the tents. Now, the simplest meaning of dwelling in the tents is that he stayed at home, as opposed to his brother Esav, who went out to the field to hunt. But our commentators read it slightly differently. Ibn Ezra says the tents, not tent, but tents, plural, that he dwelt in, included the tents that would be set up temporarily each night out with his shepherds when they took the sheep and the cattle far afield to graze. And so in addition to his home tent, he also dwelt in the tents in which he worked. Rashi takes it in a different direction, citing from the Midrash that the tents in which he dwelled were the tents of Shem and Ever, men of previous generations who had established the first houses of learning, the first places in the world that were used for moral and spiritual development, and that is where Jacob spent his time. The places that Jacob dwelt, the places that he could have called home, therefore fall into three categories. The home in which he lived with his family, the home that he made in the place where he worked, where he was industrious and productive, and also the home that he made in the place where he worked on himself in a spiritual and moral capacity. Those set for us a really great example of the places that we also can and should spend our time, make our priorities, and most importantly, feel like we're at home. Absolutely in the places that we dwell, especially if those are places with ones that we love. Certainly it's an important value to feel comfortable and to work hard in the places where we work and are productive. And also to make sure not to neglect our spiritual homes, the places where we grow, where we learn, where we can develop as human beings. We've all spent a lot of time recently in our house homes. And I know that some of us have returned, maybe even just recently, to our work homes. As always, I invite you to come to the synagogue and let that be a place that feels comfortable and happy and safe as a home for you to learn and to grow. Shabbat Shalom.